Hey guys, what's up? Game Pizza Boy here, host of the Pizza Party. Hope you're all doing great, and I am back here at the Pizza Party. Yes, I am back. If you guys have been noticing, I've actually been moving as of late. So I've been quite a lot busy as of late right there, trying to get everything set up as you can see right now, and just trying to get it all pretty much good to go. I still got a lot to work for pretty much right now to kind of get things back in check again, but also for the fact that I've been recently trying to look for a job, of course, so I've been obviously focusing on that a little bit, while still obviously trying to make sure to keep enjoying my love of gaming and streaming, content creating for you guys, and have a good time, of course, with that. And I'm going to still be here doing all that for you guys and just having a wonderful time with all you wonderful peeps here, just so I can be able to talk about some of the cool gaming content that comes out and just have a fantastic, wonderful time with you guys. But I'm gonna be ready whenever I do get like a job. I want to see what happens if anything does change with my schedule and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated and posted on that for sure. So definitely keep an eye for that. Before we begin with this video, however, though, if you guys do enjoy your time at the Pizza Party, hit the like button, comment down below, and tell me your thoughts. If you're excited so far for Jedi Survivor coming out next month, so I want to hear that for sure. And subscribe. I would appreciate that very much indeed, very much. Now, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get right into this? So here I have is the trailer that came out about 6 days ago for Jedi Survivor, the official story trailer, and it's basically just going to kind of go through all this stuff right in there. I have already watched the trailer already a couple times already, kind of get an overview about everything so far right now. If you want to see the full trailer for yourself without me interrupting, you can, of course, go find it. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can go take a look at it from there. But it's just going to be just kind of going through it all and just kind of get my thoughts. Just kind of point out, I'll be pausing a few times and maybe unmuting the video so you guys can hear a couple of quotes that are pretty interesting right now that I want to kind of go over. So let's go and begin, of course, and discuss it. So obviously we open up the trailer. First of all is with Cal right now. As you can see, Cal's looking pretty good as ever. Looking good with that nice, cool clothing. As you can see, kind of got that nice smugger design. Obviously got a little facial hair right there. BD1 still looking stylish as ever. So I think he's got a little bit of his red and white color as he has before previously, but it looks like it's maybe there might be a little bit some change of the paint, because I think some change of the paint, because I see a little bit, I think some kind of silver or blue black kind of color right there over that on the top of his head. So nice little fresh coat of paint has been keeping him updated for quite a while, of course. We can also see obviously a purge trooper right here, which it looks like he took out and he's robbed one of his ships, it looks like it. And it doesn't look like he went so well as he starts about to crash at this very moment and nearly fall what appears to be almost to his death, obviously, which obviously he's not going to die, of course. We all know that, obviously, unless, of course, you make like a failed mistake during like a brief moment, I could bet. But obviously, it looks like he robbed this little purge trooper's ship, and it didn't exactly go very well. He's on some kind of planet, which looks like some kind of like, I think like a similar desert-like planet, because there's some like nice orange rock-like location, and he seems to be in some kind of canyon-like crevice of some sorts. We can see some kind of relay platforms a little bit more in some of the areas, a little more, which if I quickly turn off my camera for you guys real quick, you guys can see a little bit of some more of the platforms, which I'll kind of rewind for you guys and you guys can see. So there's some more platform-like areas, probably more where the Imperial is kind of getting around the area. And I see another one of these little, I think, rope things you use pretty much, where you can, I think, grapple onto and zip line, or maybe like climb up or climb down of. So nice little shortcuts right there. Then there is a brief moment right here where Cal is basically going to say something, and this is what he says during this trailer right here.
It's been a long 5 years.
So obviously he mentioned it's been a long 5 years, of course. It has been very much 5 long years since obviously Jedi Fallen Order, so that's going to be the time jump right there we can see. And Cal, obviously, and the rest of the crew right there, the Mantis, has changed a lot throughout the years, of course, in many different ways. We get another brief moment of the Mantis once again back in action, and his nice blue and white design, which looks pretty dope. I have to say, it looks pretty cool. And the nice cool hyperspace look, which is pretty nice. But then we get a good look of a planet they're going to, and that is Coruscant. So Coruscant's looking pretty cool as ever. Obviously going to be visiting Coruscant. I can imagine some moments Cal will have to go against some very nasty Imperial threats, such as the Stormtroopers and the Purge Trooper, as you can see in action right here. Taking each and every one of them out and surviving much as he can. We can see what appears to be some people that he's working with as well, because they look like they're on his side, obviously. I believe, my guess, who these guys are, I'm pretty sure are some of Saw Gerrera's partisans, because I know he got the offer from Saw Gerrera if he wanted to join the crew, obviously, or help his team out with pretty much bring an end to the Empire, help fight against the threat of the Empire. So my guess, obviously, these might be some helpful partisans of Saw Gerrera assisting Cal, or maybe just some other forms of rebellion out there to help him out. Maybe the early bits of the rebellion, and we all know what happened throughout the Galactic Civil War. So pretty interesting right there. We get a brief moment of Cal getting ready to take an action with this ship right here, who's shooting at some of those partisans or rebellious fighters as Cal goes into action to help them out. And then after that, we get to this moment right here where it looks like this is pretty cool. Some bounty hunters of some kind right here, which I have to say it's pretty cool. But what's so interesting about this bounty hunter in particular is that he's got a nice little jetpack with some rocket launchers by the looks of it, because I think he's got a jetpack behind that. But you can see he has a pair of B1 battle droids, which is pretty cool. I do like, and they look like they're painted just for his armor. Obviously, they got some blue, red, and white around there, which is pretty neat. It looks like this bounty hunter is about to go and kill this poor little dude right here. It appears to be some kind of cantina. The planet looks pretty interesting. Don't know what exactly this planet is. It has somewhat of a nice grassy, desert-like terrain, like location, and the building's got some similar vibes to that. Of pretty much when I think of like obviously the Black Spire Outpost, obviously, of course, in Galaxy's Edge, as you know, right there, and then also a little bit like Tatooine in some ways, but obviously this is probably a different planet as a whole. Who knows? I might be able to figure out what that is. Let me know what you guys think, which planet this one is, or if it's a new planet entirely. And then immediately after the bounty hunter was about to seem like go hurt this poor little dude, we cut to a moment which appears to be another bounty hunter right here, which is what, which is honestly insane right here. You could see this bounty hunter go into a complete duel with Cal. What appears to be a lightsaber he has. Not just any lightsaber, a cross guard lightsaber. The same one we've seen that Ezra finds in, obviously, Malachor right there, obviously, where they get to the one powerful, super destructive weapon and that Sith pretty much planet, and also the same lightsaber that Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, would have, obviously, throughout the sequel trilogy. It has a nice orange color, so it looks like it has like an orange kyber crystal or some kind of design. It looks pretty cool to see that. Cal is going through some very nasty duels with this guy, and it's really put him a good fight right now. And it's honestly really cool to see that we see other people besides like Jedi or Sith wield this lightsaber, wield like a lightsaber as well too. Even more about it, and these bounty hunters can have something like that, including a crossguard lightsaber, which looks pretty cool. So it looks pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about the fight right now and the cool combat moves going against this guy. So I'm pretty interesting to see where this leads off to. Also, moving on next, we also got like this brief moment of, looks like the Mantis, it looks like he has some smoke down on the engine, so he must have got shot down, and it looks like they're at the crash land. But obviously, our buddy Grease, probably who's still controlling this, or Cal, who might have got a little bit of practice with the ship, probably is taking his time trying to land it, and it looks like they land perfectly safe at this brief moment in some pretty cool epic moment. But pretty cool moment right here, which I will unmute real quick, is actually our buddy Marin back again. She says some pretty cool stuff right here.
Cal, look into the fire. It will warm you, keep you company. But left unchecked, it will consume everything.
That's pretty cool right there. As you can see, she says some pretty cool quotes out of that, which I do like, obviously. So yeah, Marin's back again, and obviously back in action, of course. As you can see, she's definitely got a little haircut, pretty much some nice little clothing of her own right there, and looking pretty awesome as ever right there. As she's talking with Cal basically about what's going on right there, showing off her little magic a little bit too, as you can see briefly. Some of the magic coming off her fingertips right there. We also get brief moment of that same Imperial ship right there, which who knows if that's from another Empire stormtrooper or some officer, or maybe Cal took control of it and he's using the sneak throughout Coruscant, because this is actually looks like it appears to be a thick Coruscant right there as a whole, which looks honestly really amazing, not gonna lie. It looks really beautiful in the design of it, to see the sunrise or sunset, whatever it is, and some high-rise buildings. So it looks pretty nice. At least I think this is yeah, Coruscant, because it looks like that pretty much for sure, unless Coruscant is another location, which could be anyone. It also gives me off like Corellia vibes too as well. I don't know, I mean, I'm thinking about one of that too as well, because it also had turned into like quite a very industrial planet basically as well too. We also get our good buddy Grease back again. As you can see, he's definitely got a nice little makeover and stuff like that. He's got a nice little beard and some hair, which makes him look pretty badass as hell. Looking honestly really amazing. Look pretty cool. I actually also noticed this as well, because I didn't even notice. I don't know if anyone can tell me in the comment section below about this. Is that I noticed that Grease has a robotic arm apparently, which is interesting. I didn't even know Did he lose his arm before, or did he? Or is this like something that must have happened later on in the 5-year jump right there? Like, 'cause I don't think I recall him ever having a robotic arm before, by my knowledge. If anyone could point out for me, let me know. I like to keep that up to date. It's always fun to kind of keep the details. So, because if this is the case, then something must have happened with those 5-year jump that must have resulted in losing one of his arms. But he's doing all right, lying well, and he's happy to see Cal giving a nice, good, big, friendly old hug right there. Looking pretty cool. It looks like he's in some kind of laboratory of some sort. Maybe he's been working on some stuff for time being while Cal goes on his little venture. So he's nice to see he's doing all right. I guess we get a good look at Coruscant again with this nice Imperial ship once again firing at Cal. It looks like Cal's ready for action as he gives that nice epic pose and ready to take him out right there. I can imagine him just ready to cut him down in size, which is pretty cool right there. This looks like appears to be another desert-like planet, and it looks like he's going through a sandstorm or something like that, but really trying to survive because it looks like many things are coming down right there. Probably another Imperial type of sight during the sandstorm. Another moment which I think is also on the same planet, and I believe in some desert place. As you can see, he's trying to wall run this brief moment and trying to survive all the moments of what appears to be actually some kind of ship with like some arms attacking him, because you can see they're like coming at him at these moments or so. This must be an enemy he must be fighting against, and has some kind of robotic arms. Must be some kind of droid or some kind of ship built by the Empire or some threat that's attacking Cal. So it looks like Cal's got to do some wall running, surviving against this mysterious threat. So it's pretty interesting to see where this kind of goes for, of course. And also a brief moment right here, also another mysterious planet of some sort. We do see some more details. It looks like some kind of grass, some old, looks like some old buildings, which I don't think is like actually a more civilized town. I think it's an old temple, something like that. So this must be another one of those temples left behind Jedi of the past, or maybe more the Zepho situation right there, which might be pretty cool, or some other race that we might discover as well. And it looks like Cal is just cannot get a break from these bounty hunters. It looks like he's getting hunted down big time right now by this guy, especially with a flamethrower briefly just coming down hard on him right there. As you can see, just boom, coming with the flamethrower right there, doing pretty epic as ever. There's also a brief moment which appears to be another cool planet which has this sky-like design, and I can't get a good idea what I think this might be, but it almost gives me, with the fact that it's just nothing but sky, it gives me awfully Bespin vibes, but obviously it's not Bespin because it's mostly in a kindly gas kind of planet, and there was not really anything noticeable completely of like other terrain or like that very easily. So this must be another cloudy like planet or something like that. And you can see a lot of Imperial ships firing at him. Like, see some coming out, I think firing down from below right there. It looks like a laser. I see some cannons and some other terrain right in the distance, which I don't know if you can go over to, but it might just be there for background use. But then we get a brief moment of Cal using a cool grapple launcher of some sorts right there, as we can see, of course. Which I think we've seen previously before, and it looks pretty dope, right? As he grapples up to this little, nice little machine right here, and then he zooms up and helps him get over to the platform as soon as possible right here, which looks pretty cool. I do like that. Nice little grapple to kind of get around areas, so I can't wait to play with that. It kind of gives me like Batman vibes a little bit in some way. Now is the big part right here, which I'm going to be quiet for, and it's this guy right here coming up, and I'm going to be quiet, let you listen to his one quote right here.
How could you let the galaxy fall to this unworthy machine of an empire?
So as you can see right there, we meet this mysterious dude at this one point who questions how can the Jedi, I guess, or Cal himself or anyone can allow this machine of an empire like take over, I guess. So he must be some sort of person who must have been a very much protector of some kind, and he's very upset at Cal probably for not defending him. And I think by the guess is that maybe this guy right here is not only the guy that we've seen in the back of the tank if you've seen from the early trailers right here, which I can guess because I can see the same silver lining of hair and pretty much, because I think he had silver hair pretty much. But not only that, but he also, I believe, is also a Jedi of some sort, I believe, because the fact that he questions that how can he fail about keeping this empire from basically growing, and he could be referring to the fact that maybe the Sith are involved in this, maybe, or he might be just some kind of protector of some sort that must have been there for a long time, and see now that all that protection is gone now completely down the drain now because of the Empire taking over. It's obviously him questioning about this stuff, and he has a stormtrooper in his hand and throws it. But we do get a brief moment and show that obviously he is a Jedi right here, and sees lightsaber, as you can see. So we get a good look at his lightsaber there. Now, I but now when I think about this, interesting enough, is that I do notice that the clothes he wears is a nice white with a gold yellow design to it, which gives me off kind of Jedi Temple Guard vibes. Because if you guys know the Jedi Temple Guards, they're basically these obviously protectors of the temple on Coruscant at the time, and they are basically trained to keep everything protected in case of a possibility of any threats that do happen to the temple itself, of course. And I can tell that I feel like this guy must be somehow another temple guard that must survive Order 66 and must have been recovering, because not only that he has a similar close-up, but if you look at his lightsaber, it looks like it has 2 emitters right there. And if I can guess, if it does pop out yellow blades, he most likely is a Jedi Temple Guard. Because obviously the Grand Inquisitor, if you know from Star Wars Rebels or Kenobi if you watch him, obviously he was an early Temple Guard at the time as well. So I wouldn't doubt that maybe this guy must be some responsible old Temple Guard at the time that might have had some incident happen to Order 66 and survived it, of course, as well. And after waking up now, he realized that LAD's just kind of just gone to waste now, and he blames pretty much Cal, being a Jedi of his own, for everything that happened, of course, and now the Empire pretty basically taking over, and probably the Sith taking over. And I wonder how that's going to play very well, if you're going to duel this guy to kind of talk some sense, or if he's going to go completely full corrupt on you, because it's not the first time we've seen Jedi go corrupt very much. I mean, our situation with as a Jedi Fallen Order, we saw like Terra Malicos. We all know that how that guy was, so we all know about that situation, of course. So interesting to see where that kind of goes for. Moving on with the trail, we get a good look of our buddy Marin again, who is just showing some pretty badass moves right there. And it looked interesting enough right there that she not only skilled with, of course, not just her magic, but she's also using her own, like, nice staff right there, just kicking this Stormtrooper's butt. But then we see her do a brief, looks like a force push of some kind, which most likely is a little bit of her dark magic she used to kind of push the Stormtrooper back, which is honestly pretty cool. I do like it. Showing her badass skills right there, so I'm looking forward to see where they go up for that. And obviously we get to look at her design up close a bit more, not just the hair color, but her clothing. She's still got her robes and obviously her jewelry design right here, as we all know, but she also has this nice cool jacket. We do see some little more of her garments still right there, and obviously she has a belt, so she must be using it to kind of carry more of her stuff. Obviously she's been busy for quite a while, for the 5 years that we last seen her, of course, so pretty interesting to see where that goes. Then all of a sudden we get a brief moment of Cal saying something during this part right here, which he says,
Hope may feel beyond our grasp, but I think we finally found somewhere the Empire can't reach us.
Which is pretty interesting right there, which we're gonna get to that very much. So he questions during this whole bit about how that they've been, like, obviously about how they are pretty much, there was a lot of hope that had to be go for to kind of fight against the Empire, basically. And then the fact they might have hope for sure that the Empire might not be able to reach them in some form. And during this brief moment, we do get a good look. What appears to be, first of all, during is a bounty hunter of some sort. So we get a good look at this cool bounty hunter. He looks pretty dope right there with armor similar to that other bounty hunter from earlier. And this looks like the same cantina. So we might be on the same planet with, I guess, maybe the leader of this clan of bounty hunters, probably. And we can see, I think, what appears to be a symbol right here of some sort on his chest. He's got some gear, obviously, so I can imagine what kind of threat he's going to be basically onto this. We also get to go look what appears to be a temple, and we see, obviously, Cal trying to solve this by using the Force to pull and put over this little orb to open up and reveal a hidden bridge. So it looks like another temple of some sort, and it does give off a similar Zepho design, so we might be going back to Zepho temples, probably for the story, or maybe for some side missions to kind of explore and discover more hidden lore about the species since Jedi Fallen Order. We've heard about them. Also, we do, at this moment when he mentions how they had said that they have a place, possibly have hope of a place that the Empire will not find them, we get a good look at this location here. And it looks interesting to me because it looks like an old, like station of some kind that was left behind by some previous people. And you can see it has these buildings and like radio, like signal, satellite dish, and some kind of other relates that it's been left kind of decay by some plants grow and stuff like that. I wonder, is that Cal is probably going to make this as like a headquarters for him and his friends, and help people out to kind of like stay here and live out pretty much throughout that whole time to survive basically the Empire chasing and harming more Jedi, or more threats right there that are probably that the Empire is trying to clear out pretty much. So this might be like a headquarters, maybe some sort. So instead of just being all around on your ship all the time, the Mantis, you're probably gonna be also here to do some stuff as well. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see where that goes. It's gonna be pretty interesting. And we get a good look at our buddy Cal once again, who's riding on his ship, probably to go on another mission, obviously, as he looks out in the distance of Coruscant, obviously, we see. And obviously we get a good beauty of that sunrise, sunset. I think it's a sunrise, I believe, but honestly, who cares? It's beautiful. It's honestly really beautiful. I do like this. It looks really, really cool. And we do get a good look of our pal right here. One of our, obviously, that co-op related thing we're going to have right now, where we're going to have a buddy, AI buddy playing with us that will be a team up right there so that we can use to help us out. So he's going to be assisting us right here.
We're looking over your shoulder.
Which is pretty cool right there.
No more looking over your shoulder.
So it's gonna be pretty cool right there to see over here. So this is gonna be someone we obviously can probably save during the story, and he's basically be joining us throughout our adventure throughout Jedi Survivor, as he's gonna be assisting us, and he's obviously done with running and hiding. He's gonna help out fight against the Empire with Cal, so he's gonna be joining with us pretty much. We do go look inside the Madness, and we can see a plant right there. I don't know, I can still see the old nice little cool little plant little seed location right there from over there behind Cal, but probably is there, but there's some more plants right there, which is pretty cool. And so the Mantis is definitely still looking pretty cool as always in design from the interior. But we do got a little partner right here who will join us, and we do get a good look of his combat right here. He's firing with some dual blaster pistols and a jetpack as he fires against this nice little K2 unit right here, as Cal just slices him into like complete bits right there, which is pretty cool. Which I'm still really excited about that cool combat with the AI little partner right there. So it's gonna be pretty nice to have like now probably this guy along with all the other good pals you have right there, like Marin obviously probably gonna be joining that, and obviously teaming up in many different ways, could add many different combinations of moves and tactics to take out and stop any incoming threats were there. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see where that kind of goes for. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited by it. I'm very much excited to see what happens. So I'm looking forward to see what this combat plays out. You know I'm gonna be excited about this. The combat always back in Jedi Fallen Order is so good. So Jedi Survivor combat, I think it's gonna be impressive as hell. So, and then obviously we get this brief moment where we do hear that same guy talk to us to say,
A place that's worth fighting for.
a place that's worth fighting for, which we hear. I think it's Cal actually saying that right there. And it says a place we're fighting for, and we do get a look of our buddies Marin, BD1, Cal, and Greasy looking at what appears to be some kind of asteroid of some sort, and he said a place we're fighting for. So this must be a location they find that's very much off the radar on maps of anyone, even the Empire. And this is probably where that like hideout I told about a little bit earlier, which is probably gonna be what that's all about. I can bet you for sure. So it's gonna be interesting to see where this could lead to. So interested to find out. And then we get a good look, obviously, some more combat right here, both Marin and Cal, which is pretty cool. And my god, man, that's so exciting. I cannot wait for this. The combat is so dope. And, you know, look at that dark matching move right there. Boom, flipped him around right there. She flipped him, and just that dark matching, and just bam, right there. Ooh, right on the ground, which is pretty cool. We get a good moment of Cal. Looks like grabbing onto like a jump trooper, and basically just punching him pretty much. Just boom, bam, just knock him around while flying. Get a good close look. It looks like on the Mantis, obviously with BD1 Cal looking at something. They look pretty shocked by this. We get a good look at our buddy Grease right here, still in action. Man, Grease looking still awesome, man. Obviously, he's looking pretty much awesome and cool as always. The design, I do like his blue jacket right there, which is pretty cool. Still want to figure out about that mechanical arm. Again, someone let me know in the comment section below if he did have that mechanical arm before in Jedi Fallen Order, because I don't think I'd noticed that detail. And if he didn't, then I want to know what happened to his arm previously. What happened? And then we also, this one, which is still pretty cool, because we already saw this in the previous trailer, obviously, but we can see a good look of Seer, obviously, still looking amazing, obviously, and she's definitely changed a lot, especially, but still, man, that's awesome. She lost all her hair, looks like it, so she went bald right there. We can see some nice little tattoos on her and stuff like that, some nice little robes, which might be a sign of her kind of getting back to her, I think, roots a little bit, of the Force a little bit. I don't know if she's going back full-blown Jedi, but she's still kind of getting back to her roots a little bit, but she's still looking very impressive. Obviously, I really cannot wait to see if we can learn more about her lore and story even more further and see where it leads to next. But overall, man, Seer's looking amazing. So well done on Respawn for keeping her character just absolutely fabulous. It's just awesome. And we see a brief moment of Cal, looks like controlling the Mantis and just hanging in there. Looks like it's staring. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, not the Mantis. My bad. It looks like a tie. Yeah. It looks like a. Okay, it looks like... Oh, yeah, okay, it's Mantis right there, yeah. So he's controlling the Mantis right there, and it looks like in a very tight spot right there as he's going what appears to be inside some kind of ship of some kind. Maybe he's going through a battle station of some kind. Maybe something nearby the Imperials right there as he knocks down the TIE fighter, takes him down, and then basically survives that point. But it's interesting what that chase scene is going to be all about. And I know it's just a cutscene, but I wonder if you can actually will be able to finally control the Mantis and do some cool flying little ship moments right there. That'd be pretty interesting to kind of combine with that with some combat, some ground combat, and then doing some aerial combat. That'd be pretty cool. So I want to see what it kind of plays out. But yeah, we can see it just kind of steering through this nice little, looks like a battle station of some sort. It looks like inside of a ship. You can see that. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's pretty big. So it's definitely no Star Destroyer. It has to be another big station. And that's kind of giving me a little bit of vibes right there. I wonder if it's another type of battle station that the Empire has in some kind of form. Or, and I doubt this, or is this actually early stages of the first Death Star? I don't take it that I mean this really, but it just gives me up vibes because there's only one type of ship I can imagine that literally would make you go inside. Because I remember this from Death Star 2 in Return of the Jedi, where obviously the Millennium Falcon, Lando, and 9 were going through that area. They at least were big enough at least to get through some of the parts right there. So I wonder if this is maybe the first Death Star's inner workings of time before it get completed, and thus it's going pretty much. He's going right through that pretty much, but I doubt that. It might be just another cool battle station the Empire has, or another type of big space station they have somewhere, and he's going through it as well. So hey, who knows? Maybe we'll find out soon enough. Maybe it'll be one of those old separatist kind of stations they probably still have landing around a bit, pretty much they're controlling, because I know they probably still have a few of those probably lying about. Who knows indeed. But hey, pretty excited about that. And then we obviously get a good look of our title right there, which is pretty dope, and it comes out April 28th of this year, guys. So April 28th, put that on your calendars, get the game pre-ordered if you haven't already. I know I have, so I'm ready for this for sure. And yeah, guys, there we go. So that is the trailer right there. Obviously, it's pretty exciting to see what they go with this with the story. I am definitely looking forward to seeing where this kind of leads to down the line, of course. So game comes out April 28th, guys. I hope you guys are really excited just as much as I do. I know I'm going to be definitely streaming this and playing this for sure, so keep your eyes on that. And what got me interested was just to see some of the small details, like why Reese had that robotic arm, who was that mysterious Jedi, which I think was a temple guard that was probably stuck in that back of the tank, how Marin's doing, how the rest of the cast was doing. I want to see Coruscant. And the combat I'm excited for, especially with the team up one with the other AI partner you'll have, like with Marin and that other cool dude you hang out with as well. So I'm pretty interested to see where that kind of combination goes with the combat. Pretty interested by that. But there you go, guys. That is it for the trailer. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comment section below for it, and your thoughts so far getting ready for the game. Thank you everyone for joining in. Of course, I had a great time getting back to doing this quick little video. I appreciate for all the support it came from last week when I was just about to get ready for the move, and then now I hope you guys were ready for me to get back to it again. I'll be back, of course, live on Tuesday at 12 p.m. CST over on Twitch. So go to twitch.tv/GamePizzaBoy. You can find it down in the multi-link down below in the description. And of course, I hope you guys are really excited for me to get back to some content creating, streaming. Of course, I will do my best to make as much as possible, of course, but have fun while doing so, because obviously, like I said, I'm going to be looking for a job. So do be know that there will be sometimes some big changes to some of the schedules, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, guys, thank you everyone for joining in so much for another awesome video here at the Pizza Party. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know again. Let me know very much what you guys are excited for Jedi Survivor. I'm very much I'm pretty excited for this. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'm your host, Game Pizza Boy, host of the Pizza Party, and I will see you guys next time. All right, everyone. Take care, everyone. Keep on partying.